Broadband describes a mix of technologies that connect people and machines to the internet. Those technologies range from dial-up connections to cable and digital subscriber lines, from satellite to public Wi-Fi networks, and from optical fiber to small cell transmission links. The next frontier may be broadcast white space, which describes buffer zones between assigned broadcast channels in the spectrum that is used to transmit electromagnetic waves. Wisconsin is on a short list of a dozen states targeted by a coalition led by Microsoft to expand the use of white space, mainly in the television spectrum, to extend high-speed broadband internet services to homes and businesses. Primarily intended for hard-to-serve rural areas, the white space option is attractive because it can operate at speeds 4 times faster than Wi-Fi and reach up to 16 times farther. White space signals can travel over hills, through foliage and buildings, and that's the same qualities that have long allowed rural communities to get strong television signals. It's also less expensive, at least in theory, because the equipment needs appear to be less elaborate than fiber optic cable or transmitters that must be more densely situated to work. About 23 million people in rural America don't have broadband or are connected at minimal levels. Those who are connected often don't enjoy speeds that allow efficient uploads and downloads, or they pay stiff prices. That's why members of the Wisconsin legislature are getting behind resolutions to encourage reserving at least 3 channels below 700 megahertz on an unlicensed basis in every market in the United States. That requires approval by the Federal Communications Commission. Without such guarantees, advocates say, providers won't invest what's needed to make white space more than just a lot of static. Why is Wisconsin a target for white space? In part because there have been some limited experiments here, but also because Wisconsin ranks only behind California in federal aid that will be spent in the next few years for broadband projects. It also helps that Microsoft President Brad Smith is an Appleton native and familiar with both the challenges and opportunities for white space internet in Wisconsin. Microsoft is a global internet cloud provider and thus has enlightened self-interest in serving more people. Not everyone is convinced, however. Broadcasters worry that white space spectrum isn't as unused as most people believe, citing possible interference to existing uses. They also resent that Microsoft didn't take part in the recent FCC auction of white space and now wants free spectrum. Then again, in an increasingly mobile society that has seen what universal internet coverage can do, it seems unlikely broadcasters can stand up forever against change. Television white space is likely to become one of the tools to bring better, faster, and less expensive coverage to rural America. Wisconsin has a chance to make white space a common connection space.